What's up, everyone? I hope everyone's doing well. I'm super excited to do this video because this is actually take two. Yesterday, when I tried, there was just too much noise in the house, and yeah, we are here today retrying this. So, like a lot of things have happened in the past month, but definitely the one thing I wanted to talk about is just documenting more of my life because sometimes I just go through these pockets of time where I'm just either not feeling inspired or creative enough to create. And then before I know it, this month has gone by without me like documenting anything. And I do believe in the power of documentation because it's just been really important in my journey to just look back and reflect, you know? So yesterday, as I was talking to a friend of mine, I realized, wow, like so many things have happened this year that I haven't taken the time to reflect back on because in the present, I'm just constantly moving. But things have kind of slowed down for me. And I wanted to reflect a little bit on that because things have severely changed from February, I would say, until now. So, February is when I started my new job, and I just was super sick and tired of dragging around debt. So that's actually what I wanted to talk to you guys about today, which is debt, because I entered into this new, like, debt free journey that I never thought I would be on. I mean, I got so used to debt, and it's not even debt that's making me money, it's just consumer debt that I was really reckless with a couple of years ago before I knew that the world was gonna blow up and before I could figure myself out. Like I think people don't realize that having anxiety or depression is very, very expensive. So you end up spending money you don't have, getting more money to spend that you don't have, and then before you know it, you're stuck with this ridiculous amount of debt that you don't even know what you did with it. So that's where I was. Like, I think I just woke up one day. I had about, I think, 10K in credit card debt, and I had an overdraft that I don't know what I used it for, but I had it. And regarding the credit card, I think I needed it in order for me to be able to buy a car. That's why I got it in the first place. But then how it got that high, I really have no idea. And I think a couple of years later, when things got really, really bad, I increased the limit and then it became 15K of debt. So that's where we stand. Like, I think 15K in credit card debt, as well as 5K in an overdraft. And do I owe anything else? Yeah, I owe a couple of people that I've now completely paid off. I'm left with one person, and these are friends of mine or relatives of mine who helped me out during a really, really hard time last year. And it's funny that I couldn't even get my own line of credit or line of extension because of the fact that I've been carrying that debt forever. So honestly, I'm not that ashamed about it. I think the only thing that it made me feel was really irresponsible because I'm not, I don't, before like all of the stuff happened, I think I was very responsible with money. If anything, I was way too responsible. And that did make me feel like I was living a deprived life. I remember in 2010 when I was in New York, I don't think I spent any money when I was out there. And people were busy buying iPhones at the Dubai airport. And then when we got to New York, like they continue making like a lot of purchases. And I was just like this. If something happens to me, I need money to fly back home. Like, I think that's just the mindset that I had. But which goes to show how not free I was or am with my money. And I think when I first started working, um, again, didn't spend a lot, but still money went out, and my rent was really reasonable during that time, not like now. And I think I started becoming a little bit reckless after the whole car thing because I couldn't keep track of it because I was living with my family. And I think I tried to mother them. Like, whenever a problem came along, I would fix it. And if I didn't have money, I would fix it with debt. And that's, till to this day, that's my biggest regret. I think I was way too anxious to kind of take care of them. And then I became reckless with my money. So yeah, like, it's a long story to go into, but I think the bottom line is that I kind of lost track of my money around 2015. And then when the car got involved, it got even worse because, to be honest, I should have gotten help in getting my first car. Like, I wasn't aware of the hidden costs and all these other things that went with that. And yeah, I was just not assertive. Like, I didn't say, stop, what is going on here, type of a thing. I just felt like there were a lot of costs on the day that I wasn't aware of. But it didn't significantly change the amount that I thought I was going to be paying. Another thing is that I also went into that kind of transaction without having the plan to be debt free one day, because I think car payments, house payments, all these other things are is like normal debt. And so you see your parents or whoever pay these things forever. So I never thought that I would one day just not have debt. I just thought that debt was normal. And all of this changed when I started watching the Ramsey show. There were two people who came in to do it's something called debt free screams. I don't know where it comes from, but he said that one day this woman literally called into the show and said, I implemented these steps from your plan, your debt free plan, and now I'm debt free. Woohoo! And disappeared. And since then, they've made it this whole segment of the show where people call in to kind of like talk about their journey from being deeply in debt and how they escape from that. So I'm not going to go into like the specifics of debt and good debt and bad debt. Like, that's another day story. Right now, I think I'm just really, really hating my debt payment situation, because if you calculate it, it seems as if I've been making minimum repayments for the past 4 to 5 years, and I really need that to stop. And I didn't want to devastate myself more by calculating how much I've paid for a debt that isn't moving, because I kept reusing the credit card like facility each and every time I was in trouble. So clearly I had no idea how to spend my own money. And in the past year, I've gotten a really good grip on that. And honestly, God just like opened up this whole new universe for me by when I started this new job. Like, this whole thing just became possible. I don't think that I would have been able to do it as fast with just one job. And another thing that has also been helping are all the side hustles that I've been doing, Upwork, Fiverr, all of that. They've just been helping me manage that. So yeah, like, I think right now the hardest part about the whole debt thing is definitely, I don't want to say depriving yourself of things that you want. I think in life you just have choices. So you need to decide, what are you going to choose that day. Even now, I had set up a budget for X amount of money for me to get a few new things, etc. But I got so inspired by watching the the money go down for my debt, that I decided that, a month or two of me not getting new clothes, getting my nails done, getting my hair done, is not gonna kill me, just as long as I can push this, like, throw it at the debt, so to speak. That's like the lingo that they have over there at the Ramsey show. And I think I've also watched enough episodes to know that once I am debt free, like, it just gives you like this whole new perception of life. And that's what I'm chasing for. That's what I want. I want to be able to live life well, without things dragging me along or dragging me down. And I think that's why I just haven't traveled, haven't done any extravagant purchases, because I know that deep down I can't afford it, because I'm dragging this debt around. I'm so close to paying off my debt, and I just wanted to take you guys along for the ride, because I otherwise would not have talked about this, because before I started this journey in February, I just felt like debt was just gonna be part of my life forever, and that's not real. Especially, I think you might feel like that if you have a tiny salary. The only thing that I'm blessed with is that I don't have student debt or like car debt now and all of these other things. Actually, I'm planning on saving for my car and buying it cash, hopefully, because I just I think I've started being a little bit allergic to debt. But yeah, that's just how things are going. So right now, I do want to talk specifics in terms of numbers because I, without it, I just feel like this is completely pointless. So, like I said at the beginning, my total debt, excluding people, is 20K. I think with people, it was probably around 30K because it, I don't know how it got that way. Anyway, so of the like 10K for people, about 8 point something is paid off. And this includes my mom. You know, like I just feel like you borrow from your parents and then you kind of don't pay them back. But I made it a commitment to pay my mom back and more. So yeah, I'm including her in this. And then for my credit card debt and all of that stuff, it's around the 20K mark. And for now, I've saved up around 12K to knock that out. So it seems like it's still far, like way to go. But if I make two more major sacrifices next month, end of October and end of November, by end of November, I should be done with this, you know. But that means that no clothes, no, like nothing new, just throwing it all into the debt. But I think what will also help is if I increase my income. And that's something we don't consider, especially if we have full time jobs. But people who are serious about taking care of their debt, um, they get extra jobs. Fortunately, this is not America where everybody can be an Uber driver or Lyft driver or a Grubhub or whatever driver, blah, blah, blah. We can't make extra money in that way. But Mr. D is a viable way for you to make money, but I think you'll probably win at that in a bigger city. Um, what else can people do here? I don't know. And that's the sad part about it. Because whenever I watch Americans trying to get out of debt, they can do two, three jobs at the same time because they just live in this economy. Whereas with us, it's just like, what are you gonna do? But um, one salary is very close to zero salary, and if your current salary um, is not giving you enough space and breathing room in order for you to take care of your debt, you clearly need to increase your income. And that's also something I realized, which is why I worked weekends as well. So, yeah, I'm just so excited. So, this is like the first update to it. I'm going to give you another update at the end of October and another update at the end of November when I pay off everything. And I'm gonna celebrate that hard because this has been painful sacrifices to make, but I know that I'm chasing this feeling at the end of it because I've never known life without debt, like adult life without debt. So yeah, made some bad decisions, but we're gonna pick ourselves up and learn from that. And that's what I'm excited to do going into my following birthday. Yeah, by that time I literally want to have different problems than what I have now. But yeah, yeah, so if you are also struggling with debt, like let me know in the comments. I can give you a few pointers. Not everything I do is like the way of doing it, but I think it has kind of worked for me a little bit. But at the same time, it is restrictive because now it's kind of like all my savings are going to the debt, which is fine. But after that, I want to also start like saving for myself, you know? So yeah, I can't wait to show you guys. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.